Welcome back to our 2-Minute Tuesdays with Trish and Pastor Dave.
2-minute two.
All right, today's question's a little long.
Okay, that's okay. We allow those. Normally, I trim them down.
Yeah, but I think he has some good words in
Right.
here. So, all right. I find that my friends in my generation have largely given up on attending church, even if we're religious at heart.
Okay.
I suspect that is part of a larger trend. We all do our best to take care of our families, help friends and strangers in need, and generally be a loving, positive influence in the world. 50 years ago, I'm certain my old pastor would have told me that if it was a major problem not attending service. Has that outlook changed at all with men and women of the cloth? Can we still be considered good Christians if we do not attend church?
First of all, have you shopped for like clerical pastor clothes lately? It's men and women of the polyester. And also, I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
So start your clock, because let's talk about this for a second. There are a lot of churches that will still tell you that. I would say you should generally try to avoid those because it's kind of a self-interested view on their part. It's not an accident that you have been told that attending church is everything. You know, I think attending church is a part of a healthy faith life. As we've talked about before, let's not answer this question that way like we did a couple months ago.
Sure.
But here's the word that I'm questioning: attend. And that's exactly the word that was used. It's like going to school and like checking off the list, you know, whatever. Okay, stop attending church, everybody. Be the church. And I'm more interested if you are being the church out in the world. And how does one be the church? First of all, one realizes one's not the center of the universe, like we've talked about. One realizes that something more is being spoken through one's life than even the self can see, right? And one realizes also that the self isn't enough to give the people around, because my self is flawed and bent and all that stuff, and I'm only giving you the you that I want to give you, and maybe you need something more, but that's okay. Something more and different can come through me. And once we admit those things and stop gazing at who I am or where I'm attending or how people think of me in church or out, and start to focus on our neighbors, on the people around us, yes, our family, but also complete strangers and other people, all of a sudden we are being the church in the world. If we look out for the marginalized, if we use our resources justly and work for social justice, all the better. But, you know, that may vary depending on the day for you. But go out there and be the church. And by the way, then come to church enough that that gets renewed and you get new definitions of what that is from scripture and from the other people at church, so you can be the church in bigger and more amazing ways out there. That's the reason to come.
Yeah, all right, thanks for that question. If you have your own questions, we have a forum at lightofthespirit.church and your Twitter
At Dave Deckard,
and an email.
pastor@sov-id.org.
Yeah, ask your questions at those locations of the sorts
Yeah,
of, I
love
don't
it.
know.
Yeah, we'd love your questions.
I love
2022
speaking.
questions.
Speaking is my favorite.
Speaking is you're just so,
I'm
know
so
what?
good at speaking.
You are good at speaking,
Yeah.
actually. You are way better than you think. See, this is a prime example. You don't actually go to our church, but you are being the church with all your gifts and speaking and filming and stuff. And it's just amazing. You've changed everything.
Yay!
So, you know, that's just, I mean, attendance is a pale comparison.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you next week for our next question.
All right.